No.
Yes.
I'm not sharing anything.
Bro, share the stream.
Mute.
Go on your Facebook
Don't mess
and
around,
share the
mute.
stream.
Where's Omar?
Allow Omar. We're live, bruv. Shh.
Play the video. Play the video.
No, I'm not playing. You want to play the video now?
Yeah, play it now.
I thought we'd play it afterwards.
No, play it now, man. Let's go into
No,
it.
allow it. I'm playing the video. Assalamu alaikum. We're live.
Salam. That's a bit of a
Play the
funky one.
video.
Please, thank you.
Perception is everything. White people look vicious and ugly and non-caring and cruel and arrogant and powerful and condescending and angry. Are you angry?
No.
Oh, good for you. Are you angry?
Trying not to.
Trying not to be. Now, does that take a lot of energy?
Yes.
Yes. Are you holding it in?
Yes.
Yes. And are you trying really, really hard not to react to me?
Yes.
Yes. And are you trying really hard not to look at me?
At the moment, yes.
Yes. Why?
Because I don't want to make myself more upset.
You don't want to make yourself more upset by looking at me.
Yes.
Right. Does that take a lot of time, a lot of energy?
Yes.
Yes. Is that hard for you?
Yes.
Could you develop an ulcer over this?
No.
If you had to do it every day, what would happen to your blood pressure?
It would rise.
Yeah. If somebody stood over you and you knew it was going to happen every day? Or you expected it to happen every day? Or it happened when you didn't expect it to? Or it happened to your kids every day? After it happened to your mother every day? Now, getting right along. Your hand is still up. You still didn't learn anything, did you? Didn't I just say when your hand is up, you are thinking of what you're going to say instead of what's being said? Didn't I just say that?
Yes, you did.
And did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
And did you decide that you were just going to do it your way?
I was.
Wait a minute, you're on a roll
Yes,
there for
I
a minute.
did.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
I
Now,
did.
Whoa,
now,
check this out.
You choose to not listen to others. What do you suppose we're going to do where you're concerned?
No, listen to me.
Thank you very much.
May I finish what I was saying,
No, because you're still thinking of what you're going to say instead of what I'm saying. Now.
He's going to make her
getting right
cry.
along.
I heard what you
Well,
were saying.
you're doing
I
it again.
understand what you were
You're
saying.
doing it again.
I don't care.
You're doing it
because
again.
It's wrong.
You're
And you
doing it again.
Persecuted her for standing
You're
out.
doing it again.
Persecuted him for standing out. The only change that ever happens is when people stand out, and I'm upset.
Oopsie.
Martin Luther King Jr. was shot. Are you in any
Why are you laughing?
physical danger
Stop
here?
laughing. Stop laughing.
Are you in any physical danger here? Is that girl in any physical danger here? Emmett Till was hanged by his neck after he was beaten almost to death, simply because he made a statement to a white woman. Every time I do the exercise, there is a point at which I know I have made the point. And we could stop there, but you have to nail it down. And so it goes on longer than some people think it should, but you have to nail it down. People at this institution...
You've made your point, you're right.
Yeah, thank you very much. What is my point that I've made?
That you can't make generalizations about any place because there's racism everywhere.
That's right. And while it may be... No. You don't come back in here until you've apologized to every person in this room.
My privilege.
Because you just exercised a freedom that none of these people of color have. When these people of color get tired of racism, they can't just walk out because there's no place in this country where they aren't going to be exposed to racism. They can't even stay in their own homes and not be exposed to racism if they turn on the television. But you, as a white female, when you get tired of being judged and treated unfairly on the basis of your eye color, you can walk out that door, and you know it won't happen out there. You exercised a freedom they don't have. If you're going to be in here, you're going to apologize to every black person in this room. And do it now.
I'm
And the
sorry.
Latinos, every person of color.
Racism, this country.
Bullshit! No, you're not going to say, I'm sorry there's racism. You're going to apologize for what you just did.
I will not apologize because it is
Out.
not a matter of race always.
Out. Out. Now, is she choosing to leave? Yes. She could apologize and stay.
I won't play the wrong game anymore.
It ain't gonna hurt her. It's not gonna hurt her to apologize.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
What's going on in this room alone? Once she leaves it, that's it. It's over with.
Okay? That ain't gonna hurt her. Is it gonna hurt her?
She, according to action, it's killing her.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, brothers and sisters. Welcome to a new show. Thank you for joining us, Brother Omar.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome to a new show, people. The show is called Real Talk.
Walaikum assalam, Brother Omar.
The show is called Real Talk with me, Brother Hassan, and Brother Omar. There's that dude right there. All right.
Brother
Oh,
Omar.
get it right.
Omar.
Easy. All right, brothers and sisters. What you just saw there was an introduction to the show today, the topic that we're looking at today. And I'm going to let Brother Hassan Tariq, the station manager, wa alaikum assalam to you, Brother Muhammad. May Allah reward you for tuning in and listening to our show today. Brother Hassan, tell everyone what the show is about today. Keep it real, Hassan.
Yes, assalamu alaikum. Trying to. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. Welcome to Real Talk with Sohail, Omar, and Hassan. What's up, my brothers? Is that what that said? From Winnie.
My brothers.
Oh,
Winnie.
my brothers. Winnie, Yadi.
Right, go on.
Okay, so what we've just seen was actually should have been quite a powerful video if you're watching it. So that was a teacher called Jane Elliott. She's still active now in the US, and she was giving a lesson to her students about racism and how it practically works. And what you saw was basically a white girl got really upset. She couldn't handle the pressures that she was given to her by the teacher, and they were enacting the fact that the white girl was actually a person of color. And she, in my opinion, exercised her privilege to walk out of that room, whereas normally what the point Jane Elliott was making was that people of color don't have that option to walk out the room.
Yeah, so
in their face.
It's a very famous experiment that Jane Elliott's put together for years. It's happened for years that she's put this experiment. It's the brown eyes, blue eyes experiment. You've probably come across it or you've seen it before, where she goes across all of America. She does it in schools, in colleges, in universities, and like you saw just like there. And the famous experiment is really what she does is she goes, people with blue eyes, she treats them as if, you know, how people of color would be treated in America. And the brown eyes are okay. The brown eyes are all cool, yeah. So she shows people with blue eyes, and obviously, generally speaking, people of blue eyes are normally of white, and so she shows them the other side. It's a really powerful experiment, and I've watched it for years, and I've really been impressed by the whole method of it, and it just really shows such an impact on how not only black people in America are treated, but also how people exercise that privilege that people may have, or if they're of a different color. Now, why are we doing this? Why are we showing this in particular? Let me just introduce you to our new show. Our show. We didn't have this show in Ramadan, but we've chose to do this after Ramadan as a show called Real Talk, because we want to talk about the real issues. All right, am I right, Umar?
Alhamdulillah, inshallah.
Talk about the real issues. Yes. I don't know what that is. What's that? Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Winnie. Appreciate it. Yeah. So we want to talk about real issues, and obviously one issue that's come up, and it's in the media, it's in the mainstream right now, and I kind of feel a little bit bad, if I'm honest with you guys. I feel a little bit bad as to why we're doing this right now, because why are we only talking about this when it's in the media?
That's true.
You know, it shouldn't be the case that we just choose to do it because it's in the media right now. And I think we've got to take responsibility of that, is we're only raising these issues. Although having said that, we do actually raise a lot of, we've done it before, we've raised a lot of issues in this. For example, when Black History Month comes about, We do show. We've done events on Islam and Black history and the like, and we talk about racism and these issues all the time as part of the work that we do with the Islamic Diversity Centre in the northeast of England. But it's taken, unfortunately, I have to say, and I feel quite bad about this, that it's taken the death of a Black individual, and our condolences go out to him and his family. It's taken the death of a Black person at the hands of murderers for people to start waking up and talking about this issue again. I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but let's keep it real.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like you said, it's taken the death of George Floyd to basically bring all this up. But you know what? I don't think we should let his death be in vain either. I think that the movement with, for example, the Black Lives Matter is brought up all of these issues of racism that affects all people, whether they're white or Black or brown. Okay. And I think it's time for us to highlight it, to be honest with you. I mean, we had an incident today, Omar, with this lad in Newcastle. What happened there?
Well, it didn't happen today, but it is happening.
Well, no, it didn't happen today. It actually, the post actually went out yesterday. I think we should talk about that in a second. I mean, I think there's different opinions regardless about, what happened. Yes, it's unfortunate that what we witnessed with George Floyd, which is obviously totally, it's unhumane, basically, what happened. Yeah. But I think the what we should look at is that this is not something new. The fact that it's kicked off so much is because someone actually, there were people around who've actually done it, have actually used their own social media to say, look, what's happening here. Because what you have to understand is in America, being Black, or any other ethnicity, it's a very, very tough life for you. You're going through, just even entering America, yeah. If you are in a different ethnicity, yeah, going in the airport, you are actually segregated, yeah. You're taken into another. You're asked why you're coming in the country, what you're doing here, and the list goes on and on and on. So mentally, it's already affecting you. It's almost like they're planting the seed, and so this is what we don't see. We could be talking right now, and there'll still be issues because there's some states in America where it's just literally ethnic people are really having a hard time. Now, the reason why this issue has occurred is because of the fact that someone actually live streamed this of what was happening with George Floyd. I mean, can you imagine 4 officers hiding him behind the wheel? One where his leg was on his neck, yeah. And then if you looked at the full picture of it, because there was another camera viewing, there was another 3 officers at the side of him. Right. So this is police brutality. I mean, this has been going on for decades, centuries, even since the Black Americans have actually put foot in America from slavery, and the list goes on and on. We don't really want to go on. However, what I want to do, put a point across, is the way how people have reacted regards to this. I really find the approach, even the ancestors like the great Malcolm X's and also Martin Luther King, all of these guys. I really believe if they looked at what we've done today, it's a big slap on their face. And this is my opinion. And I'm happy for people to have a debate about this and argue, say no, I disagree. Yeah, well, those days they couldn't do much. No, that wasn't the case. If you look at Martin Luther King, when they were oppressed, yes, they were doing protests, but did they add any violence to it? No, they didn't. So the problem, the fact is that we ourselves have actually kind of let ourselves down. And the reason what I mean by that is the fact that shops were destroyed, people stealing, and you might use the argument, well, still half of them wasn't even people who were Black Americans or Africans. They were actually white people who were spraying. Look, the fact is, yes, it was everyone who was involved in these protests, and we've actually retaliated in a very, very negative way. It's not the way. And you see, this is the problem with, in my opinion, is with protests. When you don't have a leader, or actually, let's not say leader. When you don't have a voice, like people like Malcolm X or Martin Luther King and all these guys, people may have their different opinions between these guys. I'm not talking about that. But what I'm saying is, or even someone as Muhammad Ali, these guys had a voice, And the fact is that the media is fueling this, yeah, and we are actually fighting still off the media. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, I get what you mean.
Right.
I mean, look,
Where-
this is a huge issue, right? It is, and
Oh,
one
no,
show's not gonna.
it certainly is, yeah, it certainly is. I'm not
One
disputing
show's
it.
not gonna one show that we're having here is not gonna deal with it. What I would say,
Inshallah.
and I think what we do want to do here is really look at the root cause of it all, and that is obviously the obvious issue of racism itself. Racism, does it still exist? Right.
Of course it does.
I saw a post on Facebook, yeah, and actually if you read the comments on it, the post was something like, "Tell us the first time you were stopped by the police with a gun, stopped by the police, and they held a gun to you, or they put a gun to you." And obviously it was in America. And bro, there were just like loads of black people commenting on it. People were like, "Yeah, I got stopped when I was 9 years old. I got stopped when I was like 14 for no reason, just walking down the street." It's crazy. And I look, we don't live in America, but we do witness, and then we do see that this idea of racism and this hatred because you're a different color, because you're the color of your skin, you've got some hatred. People have hatred towards you. That does exist, and that does happen. Which moves on to our actually, there's a comment here. 1 second.
Yeah,
All
before you go on the comment though, regards to racism, bro, one thing we have to really pay attention on what we have to accept is that this will never go away. Racism will always be there.
Regardless, yeah, but is it just the fact that it's getting worse, or what? I don't.
No. This is like I say, people may have a different approach to this. Personally, no, I don't think it's gone worse. The fact is that it can now be more shown, yeah, because of all these smartphones that we have, and we can show our views of it, of look what this is happening, yeah. The racism is still there. Like, I'll give you an example. People have literally, even like, I mean, regards to what Hassan said yesterday.
Who's Hassan?
Well, today, regards about a post, someone in Newcastle, yeah. It was a fitness instructor, yeah, who's obviously with his whoever that person was, whether you know what I mean. They've posted something where look, because look, with the COVID issue, people are hitting Chinese people as well. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's true. I remember that.
And it's still happening. But not only that, like, look, bro. This is how racism is, right? How easy is it that I can still speak to a friend of mine who would be white, yeah, okay, and I'll still call him a friend of mine, and he wouldn't call this racist, but when we look at it in our views, it is racist. Where if we say I'm going to the Chinkies for the Chinese,
easy,
or I'm going to,
so dark. What happened?
Hold on. I've took my laptop off. I'm doing some work, and I'm going to the Paki shop, yeah. So. But the thing is, though, this has been embedded from day one. And when you try to educate them, you tell them, look, bro, this is actually racist. You know, you don't always say, no, we've always, and the answer is, the approach, what you get. We always said this.
Yeah.
The fact is, our ancestors never counted this, or our Asian stores never counted this from the beginning. We have allowed it, yeah. The next generation is just going to continue doing it. The fact is, racism is always
but like, here's
do you not think they had bigger issues?
No,
they were literally fighting in the streets. Do you know what I mean? Now isn't the issue now more of a intellectual battle? Because what I even saw today was bookstores are selling out on books of racism. There's a lot more influx of orders on books of racism. They're reaching Amazon's top sellers because people, right, of whatever background they may be, are reading and more interested in the topic because of the death of George Floyd.
Are they though? Are they though?
Yes, they are.
No. Like it may increase certain number of impacts of people buying books, but I think ignorance is still prevailing.
Ignorance still there, 100%. It's not going to go away. But I think what we need to do is strike while the iron's hot and educate people wherever we can with our own people first, our families.
So I'll tell you what though. So Muslims, most importantly, this is my opinion, as I say, Muslims, whether you're black, ethnicity, whatever race you are, I believe personally this is the perfect time to introduce Islam and also show the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ. You know how the Prophet ﷺ even said that no Arab is superior than a non-Arab. Yeah, except the one who is more righteous in good deeds and God fearing. Yeah, how he treats his neighbors. We need to advertise this a lot more to show them. There's where the Prophet ﷺ says is that when one is fire, the other one should be water. At this moment, we're fighting fire with fire. You know what I mean? We're protesting. We're going against. We're chucking down statues. Whatever your difference is. If it wasn't an issue back then, why is it an issue now? Is my point. Yeah. If you allowed that statue to be put in whatever places in the country, and people are now dethroning these statues, why did you allow it in the first place? You know, why all of a sudden now it's an issue? You know, even what's he called? The footballer, I forgot his name, man. John Barnes, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, he even was on Sky News talking about, we're talking about Churchill, for instance. Yeah, you see all these posters that are going on social media and stuff. How could they do this? And you know what it is? As a matter of fact, I could relate to that, because if it wasn't an issue at the beginning, why is this a problem now? Yeah, if you were against it,
again, bro, the reason is because I'll tell you why. Let me tell you why. The reason is because this has happened now. And it's people's eyes are awoken because of it. People have become woke, yeah, because of what happened. Because it took the death of a black man, for people to open their eyes.
No, hold on a second. Why did it take why is it taking the George Floyd case? This is in America, right?
Yeah,
this is in America.
Yeah, but it's triggered across the. It's not triggered.
Okay.
It's felt across the world now.
It surely has.
You've got everyone jumped on it. Everyone's jumped on it. Even flipping Ben and Jerry's have jumped on it. Tetley tea bags have jumped on it. Solidarity, right?
Okay. So
everyone's jumped on it. What I'm saying is everyone's jumped on this issue because of what's happened. Everyone's now eyes are open to it, and it's become, although it was always there. But because it took the death of a black person to make this movement spread,
you know, but the thing is,
rightly or wrongly, I'm saying, personally in my eyes, rightly, let it spread, let people see it, and let the awareness get out there.
Look, justice needs to be served, bro. I'm not disagreeing that, but what you're missing the whole point here is that, look, there was racism in football. Chelsea fans were making monkey signs, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, Real Madrid fans were doing monkey signs. All of a sudden, that was acceptable.
Omar, you're a boxer, right? Now, how much racism is in boxing? Okay, you know about boxing. How much racism is in boxing?
Yeah, so plenty. I mean, but look, the thing is, though, I'm not even going to go down burning down rings and stuff and saying, oh, well, because I'm brown and all this sort of stuff.
No one died, bro.
But now's the time to talk about it.
What do you mean? No one died. The fact that racism. Look, listen. Billions of people are dying this very day. There's Palestinians who have died in the same format as George Floyd. Yeah. Agreed. So if you've got an issue with that, then have an issue. Look, if you want to be justice, then do justice in all.
Now that's true.
Why does it have to take George Floyd for someone who put down on a knee when Palestinians who don't have weapons consistently, just because they're walking on the street, have that same sort of death rate? Yeah, actually more. Yeah, constantly on social media picture. No one bats an eyelid, bro.
Look, isn't it because there was no noise?
No. Hold on.
Noise made about it, bro.
You what?
There was a lot of noise made about it. George Floyd passed away. It was very
okay. So did anyone go to the Israeli? But did anyone do a protest and go to the Israeli embassy and burn the flags and all that?
No. Okay. Look, that's fine.
Okay, there's two issues here.
Let's just focus on that, innit?
Two issues here. There's two issues, and you've raised both of them. There's the issue of the racism happening, and that is wrong, and it's sparked off a movement, or re-sparked the movement. And then there's the issue of the looting, the burning, the violence in the streets, and whatever else. Yeah. I think we need to separate the two.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point you're making there.
We'll come to it. Bro. Let's stick to the plan. We had a plan.
Point, so if you want to do,
let's get the plan.
We had a plan. We're just moving from back to 1 to 4. Yeah.
What do you mean, bro?
1 minute. Let's tackle racism. Yeah, let's tackle racism. We'll get to the writing. All right.
Don't tackle racism. It's always
Okay,
going to
well,
be there. I've got a
no,
comment.
look.
Islam brothers.
No,
Yes, it
one
does
second.
exist. It's so much.
Comment.
1 second.
It's
So in order
ignorance
to
Mute
and the
Omar.
lack of education. Stop talking over me, man.
I can't mute him.
You
Mute
can't.
yourself, Omar.
Salam brothers
Oh,
from
thank
Brother
God.
Lenny, right? Brother Lenny, mashallah, took his shahada with this I think before Ramadan started. Yes, it does exist so much. It's ignorance and lack of education. I remember my gran being so racist. It was passed down through generations to be normal. It's not normal. It needs to be stopped for sure. You know what? That's so true as well, because like you do find, obviously we know that racism is not something ingrained in people. It's something that people learn, right? It's learned behavior. Sorry, Omar, go on. What are you going to say?
No, continue.
No, you're going to say something before I
really cut me off. I was in the zone, and now you just messed
Go
up
on,
the
say
whole
what you're going to say. Because there's a few other comments.
No, carry on with brother Hart. It was brother Lenny. So, yeah, no, actually, that's a very good point. What Lenny has mentioned there, it's been passed on to generations and generations, and actually, brother Lenny has made a very, very valuable point. This is part of the reason why. This is part of the reason why racism will always be there. I'll give you a simple example. There was a video. I don't know if you guys have seen this, right? But I've just looked at a video. A woman. It's a white family. Sorry, I hope this is not coming out racist as well, right? But you know,
let me put it on large screen as well, so you know what I mean.
It's a mother. No, come on, right? So it's a mother. Okay, her daughter had Mr. Kipling
lecturing her.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay. Listen to this. I don't know if you've
biscuit.
seen it. Mr. Kipling cakes, yeah, slices, yeah. Okay, so the daughter. They're lovely, bro. I'll have them with my cup of tea and everything, bro. I'll blend in with the mix straight up, bro. Anyway, so Mr. Kipling's, yeah, she's the daughter, only roughly about 3 years old. 3 years old, yeah. Okay, she's ate the Kipling cakes. Okay, so then
don't swear, bro. Whatever you do, don't swear, please. I feel like you're gonna
pass the watershed, man. Pass the watershed.
No, still, however.
You're telling me not to swear, and you put on a video with full of S and effing, bro. Come on, man, bro.
Carry on.
Anyway, cut the long story short. Can you let me finish my conversation? Yeah,
please.
Instead of rudely interrupting. Yeah. So 3-year-old daughter. Yeah, Kipling cakes. She's ate them. So the mother has noticed the Kipling cakes are gone. So she's put her daughter on the chair. Okay, and she's asked, "What's happened to these cakes?" She says, "Oh well, they've been stolen." So she said, "Hold on a second. You've seen this, yeah? So let's finish. Husky, you may have not seen this. So she's asked, "So hold on a second. They've stolen, yeah? But a burglar's come to the house, hasn't stolen anything from the TV or laptops or anything like that, but decided to steal the Kipling cakes. So how were they stolen?" You know what the daughter of 3-year-old said? "A black man's come and stole it." Wow. What does the mother do? Instead of the mother educating her, she laughs her head off. What is that? So psychologically, what does that do to the child? That is acceptable. That's acceptable. So, bro, it's always going to be there. I'm having this discussion right now. There'll be a kid right there now saying, "I'm going to the packy shop."
Yeah, but bro, do you know what? Do you not think that we all have the biases? Do you not think instinctively, aren't we all racist? Don't we all judge when we see someone walk through the door of a certain background?
Are we all racist?
Are we not? I don't know. I'm asking the question.
Elaborate a little bit more.
If someone walks through the door, don't we have a bias? Don't we think, okay, that's a certain person from a certain country with a certain background. I have a certain thought about that person.
What's your definition of racism, though?
Well, yeah, exactly.
So I'm just saying we're instinctly, all of us are racist.
Everyone has biasness.
Okay? They do. Yeah. But look, it's instinctly, okay, subconsciously, it's there. But I think we have to play or fight with ourselves, okay, with our nuffs, and basically say, hang on, I'm going to be fair to whoever comes through that door.
No, but hold on. Everyone has a bias about people, but you don't have a hatred towards people just because.
It's not even hatred, bro. It's acting upon the bias. It's, for example, a job interview. Okay, you've got a certain bias for a certain member of the community that walks through the door, right? And you treat them in that way that your bias tells you you're not being fair and you're judging them, right, based on your thoughts of them without giving them a fair example. So that's what I'm saying. We all do it, I think. I think anyway, we all have that thought of a certain group of individuals from a certain society. So we have to educate ourselves and fight with our natural instinct to basically have that bias and be open-minded. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. And I think if we remove this disease that we all have, and I'm sure everyone, no matter what ethnicity you're from, we all have this little disease that we have. Unless we remove that, yeah, okay, this whole society, this whole mentally, what's going on around us will never change because we are who we are based on our, like when you say be the change that you want to be. If you want to make change, you have to start with a change. And alhamdulillah, this is why I really, really appreciate Islam for. Because Islam there's a manual there to show you. Look, if remember the conversation where the Prophet ﷺ, his companions, it was Bilal and I can't remember who had the debate. And one of the
Abu
Bilal
Dhar and
Abu Dhar, and he called him, "Oh, son of a black man." He didn't even call him a racist comment. He says, "Oh, son of a black man." Now, to some people, they say, "What? Okay.
That's racist."
Okay, so yes, it's jahil, isn't it? Yeah. So the fact is that how many people would so even something saying is going like Paki shop or anything like that, yeah. And this is why the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was sent as a mercy of whole mankind. That even when the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam witnessed this, what did he say to Abu Dhar? He says, "Oh, Abu Dhar, you have got some jahil still in you." Yeah. And he went down and he apologized and he says, "Oh, Bilal, put your foot on my face." I just seen a video, yeah. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with
you watch a lot of videos,
You got different algorithm on your post, bruv. I'm telling you now. I don't see what you see.
I'm like a little encyclopedia right here. Yeah, there was a protest in America. There were black Americans, okay, obviously protesting against it, and there was a white woman. Now, do you feel this is acceptable? A white woman where the black man says, "Now you come and you kiss our shoe." Nope. And they were taking turns by turns, bro. Nope. Come on, bro. Is this the way how these ancestors would have appreciated that? Martin Luther King said something very, very clever, and he says we must learn to live as brothers with each other, or destroy ourselves as fools. Yeah, if that makes sense. Yeah, learn to live together as brothers, or we'll end up destroying ourselves as fools. And this is what we're doing, because if you're fighting fire with fire, what are you going to do? You're just fueling more of the fire. You're not.
I got some comments, bro.
Yeah,
all your thoughts. I got some comments. It's a big one, yeah, because I think this is a case that's been going on for a while. Shukri Abdi, this is a case for a long time, and it's. May Allah bless SK for raising awareness once again to it. I think people need to be aware of it. So, Salams, myself, and Maz Salim have been supporting the family of Shukri Abdi for the past 11 months. The lack of support we've received in terms of raising awareness, attending hearings, public meetings from the black community, from the Muslim community as a whole, was extremely poor. The reason I think why mentioning the black community in particular, because he is black, but I think it's from the Muslim community in general and from the communities in general that I think that's where it's coming from. Nobody from the black community turned up to support the mother. Racism, we deployed the help of the trusted journalists from 5 Pillars to ensure everything was out in the public. We gave notice about everything on social media platforms, yet nobody turned up. And now, for those of us who have been supporting the family from day one, the support of Shukri Abdi's case has gone on such a level that it's gone global, and we have been left scratching our heads, thinking, what on earth was this support for the whole? Where on earth was the whole support for this from the whole black community, the Muslim community, and the rest of the young black refugee girl who died right here in the UK? Was a victim of institutional racism within hours of her body being pulled out from the river when the police closed the investigation down. Very true. That was the moment everybody should have raised alarms like we did. For those who have been in supporting the family from the start, the interest now has simply seen as a following, a hashtag, opportunists. As for 11 months, we've seen no support for the mother when needed. This is a very interesting point, right? And I mentioned this before, is that when you find people jumping on, I hate to say it, and maybe I'm wrong in saying it, but people jumping on the bandwagon of it. Like I said, there are organizations out there, I feel, that may have found an opportunity here to jump on the bandwagon of it. You get where I'm coming from? Like, there are big corporations out there who are just like, yeah, Black Lives Matter, hashtag, and like, where were you before? Like
Those
that,
are heavily funded, bro. Some of them are pretty heavily funded. They're making monies, bro. That's how it looks at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Some
like
of them
I
are.
did see a couple of posts. I saw a couple of posts where, like, you know, even like football teams, like Arsenal, for example. I saw a post about Arsenal where they were like, Black Lives Matter and all the rest of it. Well, where were they when footballers were talking out against the Uyghur Muslims?
You know,
And
Trevor,
they distanced themselves from, footballers and stuff like that.
Trevor Noah spoke about this, right? And he put it nicely. He goes, look, it's happened because it's gone viral. Black Lives Matter has gone viral. And it is what it is. It's a phenomenon in itself, right? And whether they jump on the bandwagon for publicity or whatnot, it's kind of, at least they're doing it now and that they weren't before. And same with this case. Unfortunately, this the young girl that passed away, Shukri, her case was a year old almost now, right? Like the sister said, or the brother said. And look, it's brought the light up, it's shone light upon it now. Now it's gone global. So alhamdulillah, at least it has happened. Okay, and this is the world we live in now, as far as I can see. If it goes viral and it gets
a sad state of affairs, bro.
Still, it is what it is.
It is what it is, right? But that's a sad state of affairs where nothing's going to get done unless hashtags get out there and people jump on the movement.
Yeah, that's why social media is seriously important now. If you've got anything on social media, and now if you want to make a difference, a positive change, then you share something positive. That's it, and then you roll with it. You know what I mean? Now it actually does make it. You know, back in the day, they used to say, don't buy Johnson Johnson because they support Israel and all that stuff, right? And you used to be like, come on, what you mean, right? But now, to be honest, that actually could happen. You could actually boycott someone, and it could actually get boycotted, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a different world we're living in, Sohail.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think because it's the global village, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what it is. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, everyone's housebound. Everyone's losing their freaking mind already, right? I'll tell you now, if things were going back to normal,
yeah, it does.
If everything went back to normal now, people would get on to their lives. I promise you.
You know what? Again, that's the world we live in.
George Floyd's death has only made an impact because everyone's housebound. They couldn't do jack in the first place. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know about that.
No. I do believe in that. Yeah.
Maybe they got more time to do something.
I think the fact is, the video was so clear, and the fact is that bro, you know why? You know what? Honestly, I thought that's Shaitan, man. That's Shaitan, man. You could see the smile on it. He was a Shaitan, bro. That copper, you look. That copper was a Shaitan on his. You could when he had his knee on his neck.
Listen,
people are saying, "Get off his neck, bro."
Let me
Shaitan, man.
1 second. Speak about this police officer, right? Let me give you something which people need to literally pay attention to. This is not the first time that police officer has killed a black man.
Yeah, but it's the first time he's been caught on camera doing it with a smile on his face.
No. But even okay, he was caught with the camera. I don't think he had a smile on his face, bro.
He looked like he did.
No, but he had. Yeah, he was pure evil. You could see. However, though, right?
In his eyes.
When they've looked at his report, he has a history of basically killing black people. Yeah. So to be honest, it shouldn't have took all the way to George Floyd to counter this. It could have been dealt from the beginning. The fact, look, people are sitting in the house doing jack anyway. They've been fighting over Tolero. They've made an embarrassment out of themselves, right? Okay. Yeah. So now they want to bring some sort of honor back, yeah, where they thought, and this is no disrespect to George Floyd or anything like that, my condolences to that and all that sort of stuff. I mean, freaking even Floyd Mayweather, mate, yeah? Floyd Mayweather has even contributed where he's paid to George Dev's funeral.
Yeah. So, bro, Michael Jordan, historically,
they all been there, which is good. Which is good.
$100 million.
Loads of people have. Yeah. So, you see, I admire that sort of support more than anything else. Why? Because what they're showing is yeah, you do, but you know what it is? We've got these guys. You know what it is? We'll cover these guys. You know what it is? You've done some injustice, but you know what? We're not going to even put more burden on the family. We've got these guys.
Do you know what? Look,
that makes a more positive impact, yeah, than what these so-called peaceful protesters have been doing.
Yeah? You know what? Coming to this point, sorry, go on, Husky, go on.
Bro, honestly, look, I know that you're saying that it shouldn't take the death of an innocent man for all this to happen, but a lot of good is coming from it, bro. I mean, there's this hashtag going around now, defund, right? Basically means
defund.
defund, stop funding the police departments, and the Minneapolis Police Department is being defunded by the Minneapolis City Council as we speak, right? So which is a huge thing, bro, right? This is changing the government, the way the country and the cities run. Okay.
Yeah, but I think, brother, wait, hold on. But when it comes to Minneapolis, sorry to interrupt. I think brother Napoleon actually, member of the Outlaws, actually posted something on social media. Ex Outlaws, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So he posted actually Minneapolis.
I can bring Tupac into it. I mean, go on.
You're gonna bring Tupac into it.
Something's never changed in it, you know what I mean. So that sort of thing. So actually, Minneapolis is well known for black crime and obviously people of brutality. That'll never change. Obviously, yes, this defund is going in place to make an impact on that, and I think there's some changes. But I'll be honest with you, bro. I can come outside. I can go outside now. I'll jump in my car. For me, being Asian, yeah, to them, I look black. I'm black regardless. Do you know what I mean? We all black to them. It doesn't matter. But I can go outside and I'll get stopped just because compared to someone who is white, where they'll just do a general routine check, or they'll look at us and say, yeah, we've just had a bit of a situation here, which you match some criteria of description where someone's, you know what I mean? And you think to yourself, hold on a second, if you've got an issue, tell me, do you know what I mean? Why do you have to lie about it? Yeah, where and it happens here. Do you know it happened here? And I think, I just hope nothing worse comes out of this.
Country, mate.
What?
No, listen. I wanted to touch on something. Because I know we're thinking about time and stuff, right? Just touching on what you talked about in terms of how social media's had a massive impact on this, right? Social media is a double-edged sword, right? But I do think, social media can be used for good, especially when it comes to naming and shaming people, man. Some people have got shamed from all this kind of stuff. And one particular individual from the Northeast, which is what we were talking about before, Omar's mate, was a guy called, what's his name? Richard. I want to make this guy famous for all the wrong reasons.
Richard Heslop, who still wears his mama's pants.
Just gonna out him like that, yeah?
I'm calling him out. Richard Heslop.
Richard Heslop, who still wears his mama's pants.
Yeah, that guy who still wears his mama's pants. Mate, everyone's seen what this guy said, right?
He's an idiot.
Bro.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. My personal opinion, I have no issues who's someone who is actually, well, I do have an issue.
Devil to your face, behind your back.
No. Well, it wasn't behind the back. He said it was live on social media.
No, I'm saying you'd rather get the devil to your face than behind your back.
That's why you feel secure and you're in the house. You ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I mean? I'm in the house. You come to my house, I'll call the police to get arrested. Now, but look, at least he's went up and he's open. What I always am aware about are those who are silent racists, mate.
That's what I'm saying. Those who are behind your back, they're sweet to your face. But behind the back, they're cussing you out. But no, let me go back to him. I know you want to defend your mate, yeah, but let me go back to this guy, yeah. So everyone knows the score, what he did, yeah. I don't know if you've seen the paper. This guy was made famous, right?
And can we not forget his girlfriend, please?
I'm gonna come to her in a minute, yeah. But he's the one that said it, right? So I'm gonna cuss this guy out first, and then we'll go to her.
Yeah.
So this guy, I don't know if you've seen the paper. It's been around. It's gone viral. This guy. He's from Newcastle or the Northeast somewhere. I think he's from North Shields. If I had his address, I'd give it out. Wagga. Enough said. Anyway, right? So he's from Wagga, yeah. And he was like, he cussed out Asians, doggies, it's Chinese people. In one video, bro, I don't know if you saw this, but one video he was talking about, having relations with 4-year-olds.
What?
No. You hear that one?
More than one video.
That one.
Which video?
You hear about that one?
What do you mean?
He's made 2 videos.
No.
Right? One of the videos. I think he's a little bit tut, yeah, but in one of the videos, he's like in one of the videos, I don't remember exactly the quote, but I'll try and find the other video. But he's talking about pedophilia as well, mate, right? He's doing that. And then there's another video where he goes, where his lass is like, and she's just as bad to blame because she think he'd flipping recording him and egging him on. But in the video, she's like, you should really apologize. And he's like, yeah, I'm apologizing to nobody. And then you're like, yeah, so, and then he comes out with an apology saying, oh, I was just pretending to do it. I was just showing I just met this guy in the street and I was just impersonating him. No, you're not. You liar. You wouldn't have done that if that was the case.
On it. Omar, put your light on.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
It's hurt his pocket, in it, Sale. That's what it is. He's lost his job. He's lost his job,
bro.
He's lost all his personal training clients,
bro.
Right?
Yeah, regards
for him.
She lost her. Listen, Omar, relax. I've got this, bro. I know he's your mate. Listen, he's lost his personal trainer job, his boxing, whatever he was supposed to do in the boxing gym that he had.
You see, this is why I need to intervene. This is why I intervene, because you haven't got a clue about this guy, right?
Go on.
He's one to one, but he's not me,
Sorry,
mate.
let's talk about your mate. Go on.
So he's a fitness instructor, yeah? This is how much you know about information, right? You know what I mean? So he's a fitness instructor, okay? His last is a trainee solicitor, actually. She hasn't been confirmed whether if she's actually currently being trained as a sister or she's lost her job.
She was at Northumbria Uni, actually. Carry on.
All right, okay, then fine enough, you know what I mean, Mr. Genius over there, you know what I mean?
You cuss me out for not knowing the facts.
Okay, so he's not a boxer, he's a fitness instructor.
He was working in a boxing gym though, right?
No. So he actually trains in Benfield, you know, Benfield Football Club.
Well done, Benfield Football Club.
Thank you. So if you let me finish the conversation, yeah, I really want to give hats off to Benfield Football Club, because that's where he was training, and they've just told him, says, mate, gone day one. You know what I mean? So hats off to Benfield Football Club for standing up for racism. You know, you've got some Three Musketeer fans right here. You know what I mean? The rubber ding
now I do.
Don't even know he is, but now I do, and I'll be more than happy to come and be your next trainer over there.
Anyway, but this is the point, yeah. Social media can be used for good, right?
Yes.
And there's something I've got to say, bro, like people who are listening, yeah, let me just say something about this. Like, be careful what you upload on social media. I'm just saying it for your own benefit, right? If you're a racist, yeah, keep that to yourself, right? Like, really, you know, bro, it's ruined his life, and rightly so. You know what I mean?
No, you know what it is? No. I don't think it's ruined his life. This guy, look, listen. He said it himself, yeah? He said it himself. What did he say at the end of that conversation? What do you call it? Obviously, the rich get richer and the rich get poor. And then there was another statement he said. What did he say?
He said, I'm using my white privilege.
No. He said survival of the fittest, yeah? Okay. So he's obviously lost his job.
Richard, if you're listening, yeah? Come on, Well, let's have a chat.
Yeah, so he'll love to meet you.
Oh, Richard Heslop. If you're around, if you're watching this stream, or anyone who's watching it, tag him in. Well, he contact me. He's lost his social media accounts.
Make sure you have your mama's band on.
Bro, the Instagram shut his Instagram page down. He's no longer on Facebook. He's no longer on Twitter.
Guys, we've got comments. We've got like 10 comments to go through.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on.
I'm Johnny. Johnny, you want to come on?
Johnny, chill out, will you?
All right, got some comments. Hi, guys. Danielle, what are your thoughts on the white people being branded racist for not supporting Black Lives Matter? I have many Asians in my family. I'm far from racist, but being branded as one for not supporting the group. That's an interesting question.
You know, can I just answer that question? Yeah, I think even people out there with different ethnicities, if someone doesn't want to go out there and support for their own preferences, yeah, you shouldn't label them. It's completely wrong. My personal opinion is completely wrong. If someone doesn't want to go ahead with a protest, yeah, and me personally, I don't agree with protesting personally. I've never went to a protest, and I don't think I'll ever will. Yeah. The thing is, though, does that label me racist? No, of course it doesn't. No, I have the right to choose what I want to do and what I want to do, but you don't label someone because they choose.
Okay, but
yeah. However, yeah.
Go on.
No. So yeah. So what I was going to say is, however, though, you know, if someone is going to make a racist comment, yeah, then we all should do the right thing. Doesn't matter what color you are, whether you're black, brown, whatever, yellow, blue, pink, whatever you want to call yourselves these days, yeah, I'm not bothered. But if you see some injustice, doesn't have to be racism, but if you see some injustice, you should encounter that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not saying go on social media and say this is wrong, that's wrong, why this, why that. No. That's not encountering injustice. If you literally face to face, you see something, you encounter that. You know what I mean? The Prophet ﷺ even mentioned this, that, you know, what are we here for? We're here to provide justice as well, you know? So, you know, if you see some injustice, someone's doing something wrong, attack it, you know? And if you can't, pass it to someone who's stronger than you to say, look, I can't do this. I can't bear with this. You know, can you help me out with this?
Yeah. I mean, to answer that, my 2 pence on this one, Danielle, would be, I mean, it all depends on what you mean by saying not supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. What do you mean by that in particular? Do you mean not going out for protests? Do you mean not sharing stuff on social media? Do you mean not speaking out against injustice towards Black people? So what does it you actually mean when you say not supporting Black Lives Matter? Because I personally think that everyone should be supporting this movement. The reason why is because it feeds into a larger movement. The movement is the movement against injustice and oppression towards people, right? So it feeds into this larger. That's why the movement's so powerful, because it feeds into that movement of, you know, you see, like Omar said, you see an injustice, you know, you should fight it. And this is an Islamic principle. I'm bringing it back to my Islamic understanding and my Islamic principles, because the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said that if you see something that's evil, change it with your hand. And if you can't change it with your hand, then speak out, change it with your tongue. And if you can't do that, then at least hate it in your heart, and that is the weakest of faith, the weakest of iman. So I'm only bringing it from an Islamic perspective and Islamic understanding, because that's the way we roll, right? So that would be my answer to that particular question. Cool. And Allah knows best. Give me another question here or another comment. I think you need more and more people in high positions in color to will help to bring the curve down from the top. Okay. I think it's not about higher position. I think it's about people of influence. Need to have people more of influence.
Yeah, it's not a competition. You don't need, no one needs to be at the top, you know. Yeah. So, you know, alhamdulillah, you know, look at Malcolm X, you know, what they did is they spent time on dealing with like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, even, you know, even today's people as well. What they do is they spend time educating themselves. They sit down, they switch off out of social media, forget about what's going on in the world, and they educate themselves. And they become something like a sharp tool, like a beacon of light, shall we say, yeah, where when they speak, their voice make an impact. So look, for example, look how Brother Sohail speaking, you know, mashallah, nice and clear. Sticks his tongue out every now and again, you know, but mashallah, he makes a good impact, you know. So inshallah, if we can educate ourselves first around, and then we will be the change that we want to see. Because all this impact that's happening, it's so negative, in my personal opinion. Yes, the approach was correct, that we should have stood up injustice. How we've dealt with it is the wrong, and I'm sure even our ancestors will be seriously disappointed. Bro, you got to understand, our ancestors or whatever you want to call it, they went through blood, sweat, and tears for us to live our life as easy as we are living today. And what we've done is, out of them, we've give them a big slap in the face, because we've actually retaliated incorrectly. Sorry, next question. Bro.
So Danielle's also said on that, my point exactly we were talking about before, people acting like racism just popped out of nowhere. People will not be upset about racism in a month's time. I think that was in relation to Omar's comment about people in quarantine, and, you know, sooner or later they're just going to forget about it. Danielle's also commented saying, I think the violence these groups bring divide us even more and create more hatred. I agree with that, but that is not the Black Lives Movement.
Yes.
I want to make it clear. I need to make a clear distinction with that, because that is not the Black Lives Movement. Yeah, that's not the Black Lives Matter movement. That is people who are jumping on the back of it to cause looting, violence, etc. No, that's not the movement. Say again?
Opportunists.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm talking about the actual movement itself. The movement itself stands for what? It stands for injustice and oppression against people who are being oppressed and injustice towards, i.e., Black people right now, and that's why we're focusing on this particular movement. Good, brilliant.
Yas made this point. Yas Kermani made this point on the Late Show last week, and he said that it's not about being. He said a 5-minute Malcolm, right? Meaning acting like Malcolm X for 5 minutes on social media. Right, and then not doing anything about it ever again. It's about making the changes with yourself and in your own house and in your own community.
So happened on a Fresh Prince episode as well.
So looking at Danielle's comment, she doesn't need to post anything on Facebook. What she needs to do is learn about racism herself first, and then speak to her family about it, see how they feel about it, get everybody on the right page, and then go out to her neighbors and her community. It doesn't matter about social media in that sense.
You're absolutely right, bro. It's not a 5-minute thing. It's not a thing where you just put on, you put on a Malcolm X t-shirt, and then you walk out and with your hand held up high, and then that's it. You forget about it after a week. No, you're absolutely right. It's not about that. It's about money. Well, yeah, but it's about a mentality.
Yep.
It's about changing your mindset so that
we all have to change now, bro.
You are always against injustice. You're always against oppression, regardless of who it's towards.
Yeah. Can I just say one last thing? Yeah. Like, as I say, you don't have to go and, do some research and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. You could do something that's simple is, I think
what? Go on, sorry, Umar.
Yeah, check your heart. Yeah, alhamdulillah. But something Umar al-Khattab used to do, is when you come to the second Khalifa, when he saw an ayah about something or where to practice, he'll start with his family first, and then he'll pass it on to the rest of his community. Now, if you want to know where you stand regards to color, whether you're from a Caucasian family or whether you're ethnic or whatever, start with your own home. Yeah, if you have a family who has simple traits of and it happens with Pakistani people, and even in the black community and all that sort of stuff. If you even can't accept, so for example, if your family can't even deal with the patience of even marrying a different ethnicity, you have a problem right at your doorstep. You don't even have to go. Sorry, but you don't even have to pick a book for this. Yeah. And how many families do we have? And how many families do we have this? You have people breaking relationships because of someone marrying a different ethnicity in different towns, bro.
Honestly, I think you're right.
Different towns, bro.
Honestly, bro, I think you're so right.
Racism we have. Why are we not talking about this,
bro? This is not something I think you need a book for to pick a book and learn from. It's something that's ingrained in all of us. It's part of our fitrah. Where our fitrah isn't like that, is that we don't see people. The Quran tells us Allah creates us from different tribes and different nations, so that we may get to know each other.
Not only that, it brings you closer to Him.
Yeah.
So you can understand the blessings of Allah. But if a Pakistani marries a Bengali,
all hell breaks loose.
This all hell breaks loose. Or someone marries a white boy, white girl, whatever. The family don't even speak to him. He's not my son. He's not my daughter. It's a big insult. Why? This is racism on your own doorstep, man.
You know what?
This is not what the Prophet ﷺ come here to teach us. He gave the teaching that no Arab is better than a non-Arab, and no Arab is better than a non-Arab, except for who? The people of Taqwa. I'm sure when there was I think it was on the I was come to something similar that we don't want to marry your white women. No, this is not the attitude to have. Yeah. This is not the attitude to have. We have to fix the relationship in our own home first. Like I said, you don't even need to go for pick your home. You know what Ice Cube used to say? Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Before you really wreck yourself.
Yeah. Check your own door. Yeah.
Before you go. Who else we got?
Yeah, for real, man.
MTV, today was a good day. You know what? I was saying before that you don't need a book for this. It's just something that we just know. It's ingrained in us. This is how we, it's part of our fitrah. The dangerous part is this, bro. If we look at it, who was the first racist?
Shaitan.
The first racist was Shaitan. Why? Because Adam was different from him.
Yeah.
He's different from me. I'm made from this. He's made from that.
Just saying, Shaitan's the devil.
Yeah. So that's the first racist. So by you having these traits, you're simply following the ways of Shaitan, the ways of the devil. All right.
And if any Christians listening, he's not a fallen angel, and he was actually called Iblis. Yeah. So just let you know, he was no angel, right?
Angel.
Just put it out there. He was a fallen angel with some broken wings, and I don't know why you get these Raj Greek philosophy forms, right? Just calm yourselves down, because he wasn't a fallen angel, right?
You need to calm yourself down, mate.
All right, Brother Lenny. Brother Lenny says, strip the skin away, and we're all the same. It's ignorance and people's insecurities and thinking they're better. You know what? So true, man. Yeah. So
beautifully put. Beautifully put. MashaAllah.
Thank you, bro. All right, Brother Muhammad also says, Don't think not supporting the movement will brand anyone racist. Whoever says so isn't educated. And, like I say, I think maybe uneducated, or maybe maybe it's passion that's coming through. But I do think it may not be racist, but I do think everyone should be supporting the movement. Like I said, it feeds into a larger movement, and that is a movement.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be BLM. If you're not comfortable with that, then do your own thing. At least put something injustice on your own social media, or talk about it with your own family.
Or if you see some injustice taking place, stand up against it.
Yeah.
Look, Shukri.
If you to be honest, bro, if you turn a blind eye to it and you don't do anything about it, are you any better?
That's blameworthy. That's blameworthy. That's when it becomes blameworthy.
Yes, it does.
When you walk around, everything is all good. That's when you're neglecting things, and you think, well, no, because it's not all right. You know what I mean? So, vice versa.
Brother,
what a name! Greta Grogs not go. What a name!
Gregors. He said, brother from Poland, I think he is, our brother from Poland. He said George Floyd's death had an effect because the media wanted it to have an effect. Unfortunately, black people dying due to police violence is not a rare thing in America. You're right. This is America.
That's exactly what I said. See, you know what it is? I respect that statement, because people are acting because the media have trying to avoid this COVID crisis, to turn a blind eye on it, just to make something else, and we're falling for it. Who we're following at the end? Media. We got scared by COVID. We went flushed out the toilets, battering each other over toilet paper. Now over this thing. Look, he's right, bro. He's right. You know what I mean? I think this is why I'm saying ignorance is prevalent. We're not educating enough ourselves to actually look at the bigger picture.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Good point. Okay, we have another comment.
What time the media?
Yeah, when you pray.
Scared by COVID, we went.
One second, sorry.
Battering each other over toilet.
I can hear our show.
Yeah, I know. As my internet went a bit, Raj. My family has been fighting racism for years. My daughter is half Asian. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but this is one of those things that unfortunate people are gonna have to deal with, and we have to deal with this, unfortunately. But you know what? I think, my advice, sincerely, is just raise your daughter to be strong and proud of who she is, and be able to stand up to against these kind of things, against these kinds of injustice. And a nice comment there. It's lovely hearing some sense being spoken.
Just to add to that as well, it's just that don't give up as well. Keep on embedding, plant the seed. Eventually it'll click. Just keep on. If you keep on embedding it, you'll have a better future. But if the only you get some motivation quotes of that. The only time you fail is when you quit. Never quit, man. Keep going.
True. Yep. True. Okay, alhamdulillah. The comments. Good work, guys. Well done, Sohail, Hassan, Omar. Keep up the good work. May Allah bless you always. Jazakallah khair, brother Muhammad. This is real talk. This is what we do here.
First of many, inshallah.
The realist.
Inshallah.
No, I ain't coming next week. It's all good. You guys are doing it from now on.
That's all good.
I'm done.
Bro, we've only just started. Are you done? We've only just started.
Brentfield, hiring you, bro.
Just letting the fuel, bro. Just letting the fuel, mate.
I'm not going to be hiring you, bro. It's over, mate. Just
well, mate, I'm going to be off for 6 months now. I'm going in COVID isolation, mate.
Listen, go talk to your mate, to Richard, yeah?
What? Who?
Go talk to your mate, Richard, right?
Oh, Richard, man. No, but seriously, I do hope that he doesn't top himself or something crazy like that, because of all this.
Hold on.
I'm just being clear. Your disclaimer and all that, yeah? I don't want the kid to die. I just want to sort his life out and stop being racist.
Listen, he said it himself. Survival of the fittest, mate, right? So if he does one, then that's the one survival of the fittest issue, right? You know what I mean? He said it himself.
No. Easy,
life of health and happiness.
Listen. Hold on, Omar. We don't want that, obviously. No one wants that. But this is a lesson, right? This is a lesson for people like this. Hold on a second. Just hold on a second.
Just mute him again. He's goes too far. He muted himself.
He's done one.
Shall I bring him back in? Hold on.
He just done one. No, I can see it. No, it was just
there he is.
Oh, he wanted to be in the middle. That's what he wanted to do. Wanted to be there, bro.
Right. Anyway, what are you saying? Yeah,
I was just
we don't want to go and do anything stupid, but I do think it's definitely a learning. You know, look, people will bounce back from these things. People do bounce back from these things. He needs to be made famous for all the wrong reasons, so that it's tough love. Yeah, you know, sort his life out, rehabilitate his own self and understanding, and come out hopefully a better person. And realize that you don't say stupid things like this.
Hopefully, he had a bigger position than himself. He's got to realize that he is an influencer. He had thousands of people following him, right? Young wanting to be like him, yes, right, because of his muscles and whatever his lifestyle was, right? And they want to be like Heslop, you know what I mean? So he needs to sort his life out. He needs to come back in the limelight and just tell them that, listen, I was wrong, right? Don't be an idiot. Don't be a racist, right? And be a good person.
Well, if that happens too soon, then you know the guy hasn't changed. You know what I mean? So,
you know what? Let me be real. Because this is real talk. I'm gonna be real. I don't think he's gonna change.
Real talk.
I hope he proves you wrong.
I hope he does. But the reason I'm saying it is because he's had so much hate come his way that he's just gonna be like, well, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna hate me anyway, so I might as well be like this. So then he's going to be worse. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I'm just putting it out there. I do hope I'm wrong. You know, whatever protects me from the law, allegedly, or whatever I've got to say. But I'm putting that disclaimer that I hope I am wrong. But I do feel that maybe people like that, some people, not people like that, but some people, when they do that, they actually start becoming worse because of it.
Listen, when he changes mama pants, when he changes from wearing his mama's pants, then maybe just then I might have a bit of a, assumption. Oh, maybe just a little bit.
But here's a question, bro. How do you come back from something like this?
You can't.
Disclaimer. Whatever anybody says on this show, on this radio station, is the opinion of that individual.
Hold on.
Not so fast FM.
Say it again.
Whoa.
Whatever anybody says on this radio station, as a presenter or a guest, is their own opinion and not the opinion of Newcastle Fast FM and its affiliated organizations. Thank you. Continue.
Well said, mate. Well said. Are you trying to say that I said something wrong now, are you?
Yeah, probably.
I'm just covering our backs, mate.
Probably. But hold on. How do you come back from something like this? Here's the question.
Toba.
What Toba is?
He's to repent hard, bro. So hard that he cries. He cries himself to sleep. Yeah? His muscles shrink when he cries. That's how hard he needs to repent.
But you know what it is? It's an interesting question because, look, I mean, people make mistakes, right?
Yeah.
People, it's a stupid mistake and it's a massive mistake.
Is it though, or was he just really showing his true colors though?
Well, this is the point, yeah. But surely everyone should be able to have an opportunity for redemption.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. But the thing is, though, just like you said, unfortunately, with the mentality that he had, and the environment he's been raised, and if he doesn't change his environment, he'll be pretty much the same situation.
Richie Heslop, come on the show, mate. We'll sort you out, man.
How Hezza, man?
You just need to hug.
Do us a favor, Hezza. I know you're hard with your punch bags and that, yeah? I know you're hard, Hezza, right? With your punch bags and stuff, yeah? Hezza, come on, get your mama's pants on and let me see. You want to be bad? Let me see how bad you are. Come on, right? Get your mama's pants on and come on, so Hezza. And bring your punch bag along with it as well and your big guns, and then we'll talk. Real talk, yeah? Real talk.
Maybe that's the way to do it. Just bash it out one time.
No.
Bit of fisticuffs. It'll be all right afterwards. Like, just,
Yeah.
Oh.
And then we just hug afterwards. Like a UFC fight. Like in a cage, like a proper one.
Maybe in a ring.
Like you ever see two people you ever see UFC fighters go at it? Once they're done, they give each other a hug at the end of it, man. It's because it's like, respect.
All I say, Hezza, if you're listening, send me the location and I'll come myself.
Hashtag send me location.
Call him out for a fight.
And I'll come myself.
Not for a fight.
There's no high school.
No. Listen. If he's going around with punch bags thinking he's Mr. Rocky Balboa, I'll come as Apollo Creed and we'll say, look, send me location and let's get this done.
We're not advocating violence.
We are not, as Newcastle put me on full screen again. I'm not saying this again. As Newcastle Fast FM, we do not condone anything, especially what Omar Akhtar says. Don't condone it.
Shut up, man, you're right.
He's on his own. If anyone wants to fight him, you're on your own as well.
Anyway,
Listen,
there is a comment here, right? I want to know your thoughts on this one, actually, Glads. I think the Northeast is not as racist as down south, where there are more people of color.
I don't know that, but that's a good question.
I was laughing.
Yes, he's on a level, bro.
No, bro. No, send me location. No, send me location. What are your thoughts on that comment?
I think we've got more ignorant people up north. Just because of the fact, you know why? It's the environment. Because we don't have a metropolitan environment like the south. Up north is a lot more of a white, you could say, not environment, but more white people up north, okay, than down south, people of different backgrounds, okay, and that's expected, right? And that's why I get the difference from.
So I love the Northeast, mate. I think the Northeast generally lovable bunch.
Can I just make one valuable point? Actually, I'm going to say this now. Now I was just banter before, we're having a bit of a laugh and stuff, yeah. But look, as long as we have communities, listen, this will never change, and I'll tell you the reason why. If we're going to continue having communities where you're going to have like a whole Asian area, and then you've got another white zone area, and then you've got a Romanian area, if we don't learn to mix with each other, this racism will never change. It is, and this is what Allah's telling us, as long as we are able to work with one another, unite with one another, and our neighbors are from different backgrounds, only then that will spread. Yeah, and I'll give you one perfect, and I'll tell you how this works, right? Wallahi, before I got sanctioned to work from home, there was a white guy, lovely young guy. He trains in the same gym as me. Yeah, he was surprised when he saw me into the job from Manchester. And you know what it is? And this is from a white guy, yeah? He's a young lad, lovely lad, from Manchester. He came up to Newcastle, moved on X, Y, and Z. He was so shocked of the way how his own people were treating and talking to Asians. He says, you know what? He says, I'll be honest with you guys. He goes, if you came to Manchester, we're like brothers between you. You and I, we're like brothers, man. He goes, we don't even have this racism. Yes, you'll have the odd here and there, you know what I mean? He goes, but we get on, man. He goes, you guys here in the Northeast are so terrible. Like, there's so much hatred between you. I can't believe it.
Really?
And this is a guy from Manchester.
See, I think Northeast generally has a massive tolerance level. And I'll tell you why. And I think there are people out there who are really good at building communities within Newcastle. Yeah. Like, for example, when Pegida came. Remember when Pegida came? Bro, like Pegida, the anti-Islamic movement from like Germany or wherever.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, non-Muslims in force came out to defend Muslims.
Yeah, but we've always had that. We've had that with EDL.
We've got a huge anti-fascist movement in the Northeast because.
But that happens everywhere.
Not like Newcastle, bro. Not like Newcastle.
But the thing is, you could say that, but if you speak to someone in Manchester or Bradford or even London, they'll say the same thing. But the thing is, though, it's more of an eye opener here than it is elsewhere. I can hear people from Bradford and they come here and say, "Bro, this is intense right here." He goes,
"Seriously?"
Absolutely, bro.
Seriously,
like, bro, straight up. People from Birmingham say, "Bro, this is really intense." Like, they really genuinely, you can see it in their eyes,
Tommy
bro. They talk in their language. Tommy, yeah, who's Tommy again? Where's he gone?
We're from here. We're from Newcastle. It's our home city and all that. Born and raised there all our lives. Went through the schooling system and the whole shebang, right? Do you not think we're just used to it? And it just feels normal or nice to us.
That's what it is. So we don't see it as much as they do.
Lovable Geordies, man.
No, Geordies are lovable, yeah. Generally speaking.
I will say this though. One thing I can't say about the Geordie environment is, you know what it is. No matter how much hatred it is and stuff, but once you start talking to them and they open up, and I've done this Hamda in the Dawah store. Once you open to this and you talk to them, honestly, slowly that hate just disappears, and you say, you know what, these guys are actually not that bad.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. My own boxing coach is a white guy. Yeah. He, before an Asian walked into the boxing gym, he had so much hatred. Like he was not just hatred, paranoia. Like simple as when we walked into with a bag, he would be proper schizophrenic. But then he got to talk to us. He got to know us a little bit more, and he says, "You know what? I actually thought you guys were all the same. You were all bad and stuff. But now I've had a conversation, just like us, man.
Yeah.
We just have to. What we have to do is instead of fueling and going against it, we have to be more open and involve ourselves to show these guys, look, we're not enemies here. We eat the same, we bleed the same, all that sort of stuff. Just come have a chat, man. So Hezi, have a chat, man. Send me location and we'll have a chat.
I have to say though, honestly, bro, I know what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying. But at the same time, I'll be honest with you, bro. I think I'm either too old or haven't got the time to go and chase.
No, bro. Listen, you see that. Can I just interrupt you?
Attitude.
Can I just
see? I'm not going to go my way to be friends with someone that doesn't want to be friends with me.
There you go.
It works two ways.
You're the problem.
Attitude, which causes the negativity. I haven't got the time and all that sort of stuff, bro. Of course you have. If you can sit down, listen. If you can sit down 10 hours and watch Netflix, what's wrong with you going and having a cup of tea with your neighbor?
You,
dude, it's a two-way road. I'm just saying.
No, it's not.
I'm not going to be chasing people.
It's a two-way road. Make the move.
If the geezer's got to make some attempt, you know what I mean?
If it's a two-way road, make the move. One has to make the move. You make the move.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying I'm not going to go over the top. I'm not going to start chasing
people. Who said you need to go over the top? Just make the conversation, bro.
Make it happen.
Talk about gangs of London, mate. You know what I mean? You sit there 5 hours anyway, going on X, Y, and Z. Talk about it. Have a conversation. What's wrong with you, man? Show your internet connection out, will you? It's all like you.
Huh? Listen, I've got time. I've got time. It is what it is.
Right, on that note,
you, bro. I love you, bro, for the sake of Allah. I swear I do,
brothers and sisters, throw up some more likes. We've got 14 likes right now. I want it up to 20, and then we're gonna go.
And everybody shares.
Nah, you know what it is. I tell you what, if you do 20, then I'll see that as a board for the next show and onwards, and I'll become.
I'll end the show now. I'll end the show now, so we don't get none.
No. Give me 20, so I don't come on next week. I'm happy, and thereafter
16
more likes. 4 more likes.
Then you can deal with
the like button. Hit the like button.
No. Yeah, hit 20, and then you can deal with Keenan and Kel next week.
That's me and you. I mean, me and you. Sohail, you talking about? What a guy.
Yeah, I'm Keenan.
Who's he then?
Keenan and Kel.
Yeah,
Keenan and Kel. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Who loves orange soda, mate? Who loves orange soda?
Don't we all? I mean,
to this day, mate. To this day.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, we're on 16. We've got 2. Yeah, Maghrib time's kicked in, so we didn't get those 2 extra likes, 4 extra likes. Hit the like button.
What's wrong with you? Do you not know how to press like?
Sometimes you got to reach out to people. Why don't you reach out to them? Go like their page first.
I'm reaching out.
So what do you think I'm doing? I'm making the move. I'm making the move. I'm hitting the like. I'm making the move. I'm telling you.
On that note.
Bully.
On that note. Oh, 17.
MashaAllah. Allahu Akbar.
What do you think?
17, bro. 3 more. How else?
Yes, 3 more. And I'm not coming on.
Hit the like. Vladimir says
Vladimir's
like
on it.
Whoa, Vladimir's on it.
He's on YouTube.
Wrong portal. Get on Facebook, Vladimir.
Vladimir Klitschko. What are you saying, bruv?
Hit the like button.
He's
man, give it.
His Russian name, man.
I'm making it official. Trying to get 3 more likes. Trying to get 3 more likes. How awkward is that?
If I'm making it official, if we get 3 more likes, it's Keenan and Kel show, and I'm not coming on yet. It's official.
On that note, we're going to end the show here.
Lads, Gwen Custer's out. Let's get off. We've done it. Gwen Custer's out.
Who?
Some buddy on
Gwen.
YouTube. Gwen Custer's out.
Gwen.
Oh, Gwen. What?
I love Gwen.
Nice.
I love Gwen.
That's not nice, Gwen.
That's not nice.
Listen.
What? Hold on.
Hayes gonna hate.
4 more like boys, 119.
Gwen, did you like?
Gwen, you killed it.
Gwen, you're nice.
Gwen. That's what I'm saying.
MashaAllah.
Hold on, wait there. I don't understand. Gwen just gives a hate speech and then hit a like. What is she doing? Bit of both.
Bit of both.
Hate, love, hate relationship, bro.
Love and hate. A
Love
two-way
and hate
street.
Relationship?
Hate
When
it
it's
or love
two-way,
it.
we love and hate you too. It's all good.
Oh,
It's all
yo,
good.
it or love
Lenny. Where's the light? Where's Lenny?
Good crack.
Nah, good
Yes,
crack.
Lenny.
This man, good crack, man.
Oh, come on, Muhammad. How are you going to ask us this
No,
question
Muhammad,
when
no,
we're
we
trying
don't
to
get
end the
shut down,
show?
bro.
That's good.
Nah, get shut down, bro. Sorry.
Should we do actually for Muhammad? Should we do Trump next week?
Ooh, only one of them. Which one?
Oh, that's.
How are you going to say that, Billy?
Well, hold
It's
on.
one of your- It's not me.
Because it's Billy and because he's your boy, yeah. Let me say he's gonna vote for Keenan and Kel over here, right? And then obviously vote for Billy. Billy. So Billy, hold on. If you don't
Say the name.
hold on.
Show me
If only
location.
one,
Show me
no.
location.
Yeah, Billy, send me location. I'll see you at your door. Yeah, send me
Stay with
location.
Walaikum
Mr. Sheikh.
salam. No, I still love this comment. This is the comment of the day today, bro. This is the
You
comment of the
three
day.
sound stupid, bro.
Stupid. You three sound stupid. You
Robert,
three
you love
sounds stupid. Spell
Sounds.
grammatically incorrect.
No, hold on.
Leave Gwen
You
alone.
three sounds. Huh?
She's a
For
fan.
with stupid, bro.
Sorry, Gwen. I know you know what I mean.
Fan.
Love-hate
Let's
relationship.
dedicate next week's show to Gwen.
And
I'm gonna work
Billy
on that.
and Billy the hard man.
Best shirt I got for Gwen next week.
Billy, you're
I'll
on
be
the
on
show
next week.
mate.
You're Mohammed.
Mohammed's
Get in
on
there.
next week. We're
Brother
talking about
Muhammad as well, mashallah.
Billy,
Hit the
you're
like.
coming on
One
the show,
more
like,
like.
since you like talking hard
Oh,
and
lads, I
sending
wanna go.
Facebook messages. You're coming on next week. You're taking over my show. You're taking over my show. Let's see how hard you are.
I took it personally. You never even mentioned a name. Why would you think
Jazzy said he likes the show. Jazzy like
I'm
us.
taking it personally. Oh, listen, just because he's your boy, do you know what I mean? I'm taking it personally. I'm going to his door now. I'm sending location. I'm going to his door. Have a cup of tea. You know
Bro,
what I
I'm
mean?
telling you, he's cussing
Billy
him out.
messed up. Billy,
He's
you
cussing
messed
him out.
You messed up, Billy.
They got history. They don't like each other. Oh, 20. Allah, 20.
I mean. On that note,
can I just
we're keeping it real here, brothers and sisters. You know what? Gwen kept it real. Gwen kept it real.
can I just say one
Real
thing though?
talk.
Can I
Real
wait?
talk.
One last thing,
I like
yeah.
it.
On a serious note, anything that I've on a serious note, anything that I've said, anything that has offended anyone, I sincerely apologize. As I'm a normal human being, that's an error from me. But as I say, I just want to keep the conversation light and have a bit of fun. But anything good from this conversation, that is from the Creator himself. And respect to everyone, no matter what your race, color, religion, beliefs. Like I said, we're all here. Thank you for joining. On a serious note, it was I felt very, very welcoming and blessed with all the guys, with all the guys who've joined and listened. Hopefully, if it's going to be a success, Keenan and Kel are going to keep the show real next week. And honestly, from a bottom of my heart, can I just say, we are trying to make a difference, bring positivity to the community. And as I say, I'm all for it. Let's stand together as brothers and sisters, no matter where you're from. All is welcome. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah khair. I'll make a point on that. Anything good that we've said is from Allah, and anything bad we've said or incorrect, it's from our own selves, our own nafs. Apologies if we have offended anyone, Gwen. It was never in our intention to do so. And on that note, Jazakumullahu khairan. I'll let Brother Hassan, aka Station Manager, aka Don Husky, to give the final word.
I'd just like to apologize on behalf of Sohail and Omar for anything they may have said to offend the audience. I know how.
Oh, sorry, we lost him. Oh, awkward.
I'm just saying, yeah, they're a liability, right? But I'm here to keep things straight. So it's all good, right? Just keep me in the middle, separated between them. It's all gravy, right? It's when they're together, it's the problem. That's what I'm saying.
Put them in the middle. All right, brothers and sisters. Jazakallah khair. We'll hopefully, inshallah, we'll see you next week on Real Talk Podcast. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. End the show then, Nusky.
All right. Show the life out, will you?
End of the flipping show, mate.
Press end.